I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Hello community, and welcome to the Discount Action Figure Dude. I am your host, Christopher. My gloves are dirty. What kind of shit is this? Hello community, and welcome to the Discount Action Figure Dude channel. I am your host, Christopher, and welcome to the control room of something or another. It's been a minute since I've shot a video, even though I think I dropped a video a couple of weeks ago, but that video was shot months ago. I hope I remember how to do this. But today, we are just going to take a quick look at some mods and some kit bashing that we've been working on. We're about to enter year 2 of this channel, which is going to be, and we're going to shoot a video. It's going to be an extravaganza of a video. I hope you're ready for what you're about to see on this year 2 video, but that's down the line. We're talking about right now. We're talking about some mods and some kit bashing. So the first one that we're going to do was this figure here, the Marvel Legends Nick Fury Secret Wars figure, which was, you know, admittedly lacking in many ways. If you've ever seen the channel Can I Make It, K-E-N, he had this figure. This is this is an older Marvel Legends Nick Fury figure knockoff. Came with I think a Loki, a rather terrible looking Jean Grey. I remember there being a Hawkeye, maybe a Black Panther, and a Wrecker, and they were all pretty terrible. This one kind of looked okay, but the one that's still on display, of course, in case you didn't know, is this Wrecker. Mainly because I don't think that we've ever gotten another Wrecker from Marvel Legends since this one, and this isn't even a legitimate Marvel Legends Wrecker. But he's the only Wrecker I have, so, you know, we still keep this guy around. But what Ken did was quite simple, was take the jacket off of this guy and then put it on Nick. And we're going to show you what we ended up with. Voila! We have Nick Fury from Secret Wars simply wearing a nicer jacket. We cut off this jacket that he was wearing, put on this guy's jacket, which he has no use for. We went ahead and added on a harness for some guns, which he is loaded up with, and a couple of leg straps. And even though this was a very simple mod, we must say, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, he looks pretty darn good right now. Way better than he did before, because you know that the original figure was somewhat underwhelming. Now, of course, internet comment guy always got something to say. As you well know, internet comment guy always got something to say. They were kind of critical of Ken's mod for some reason. I don't know. I think this looks great. I think this is a huge improvement over the old figure, but he was like, just buy the SHF version, which your boy happens to own, and we're gonna stand them next to each other. Now, this is a fine figure as well, but in true SHF fashion, in my opinion, he's a little too small. He works fine for SHF figures, but I think he's just a little too small to be on my, right now he is my main figure on my shelf of black heroes for my Nick Fury, for my MCU Nick Fury. I think he's going to be replaced by this guy. I don't know what your opinion is of these two guys. I like them both, but I think this guy has just a touch more flavor than this guy. He's got a little something extra going on. I could be wrong. Tell me what you think. Now, the next one we did was, we did a video comparing the Fonjoy Batfleck to the McFarlane Batfleck. Personally, Bonjoy was a better figure, but I didn't think that the McFarlane Batfleck was a bad figure. I just thought it was kind of not a good Batfleck figure. It was missing a few things. So we took my McFarlane Batfleck figure and decided to work on it a little bit. Did a few things to it, and this is what we have come up with. So, what has happened to this figure that is different from the original? As hopefully you can see if I still have my pictures of what he used to look like. So what we did, we added probably 7 or 8 layers of a black wash to darken up his costume. Okay, that was the first thing we did. Then the original figure did not have the gold fins, the gold knuckles, the gold boots. For some reason, I don't know why McFarlane and company didn't add those in. So we went ahead and painted the fins and the knuckles and the boots, gave him his steel toe boots. And we also, the belt was also solid goldish, too clean. We went ahead and dirtied that up too. We also went ahead and made him a leather soft goods cape. Now, the original figure did come with a soft goods, with a soft cape, but it wasn't wired and it was cloth. I figured maybe we'll just go ahead and give him a pleather cape with a wire. And I'm thinking, okay, this is something I've never done before. I was hoping it wouldn't be too difficult to do, and actually it wasn't actually. So, quick story. Me and the wife went to Joann's Fabrics. She told me they had these remnants of old material. So then she went off to do whatever she had to do and left me in the section, but she probably should have stayed with me because I found some remnants of some pleather. I said, well, gee, how much do I need? I don't know. I went ahead and grabbed 2 yards of pleather because that should pretty much give me what I need. Apparently 2 yards of fabric is an awful lot. I did not know that. I have enough pleather now to outfit the village people. I cut a cape in the shape of the old cape, and then I bought some wire also with Joann's. You'd be surprised, Joann's has everything that you could possibly want for, you know, all of your action figure needs. They had wires, so I can't sew, but they did have cloth glue, and I just simply glued the wire into the cape and then folded it down like so, and now Batman has a totally wired cape that he can do things with. The head that he has, this is from, I think, the Justice League movie, maybe when Batman was underwater. I think this is a Mezco Batman head. But I gotta say, I think you will agree that he looks kind of badass. He looks much better than he did before. I will call that a massive improvement. Tell me what you think. Anyway, the third figure that we decided to do a little work on is the Kingpin from the Hawkeye TV show. A figure that is, well, in most aspects, in my opinion, underwhelming, with the exception of the head sculpt. Then watching again, Ken from Can I Make It, he had done some things, but he couldn't fix the main problem with this guy, in my opinion, which is just that he's just too small. He's too skinny. There's nothing that says Kingpin about this guy. Now, admittedly, we don't expect Vincent D'Onofrio to look like this guy, okay? We don't expect him to match this guy with his girth, with his size, but he can be bigger than this. I mean, bringing back my Wrecker again. The Wrecker is way bigger than this guy. I don't think the Wrecker should be way bigger than this guy. Bringing in just Secret Wars Nick Fury, they're pretty much the same size. That's not cool. He's too small. What to do to give this guy the proper size that allows him to carry the moniker of Kingpin? Well, I'll tell you what I did. One of the things a Redditor had done was take the head off of the Kingpin and put it on the body of the Penguin from the Batman. I said, okay, that might work. But if you look at these pictures that we have of the Kingpin from the Batman movie, do these look like some threads that the Kingpin would wear? I don't think so. Kingpin wouldn't be caught dead in these threads. So we grabbed my Penguin, which I think I got from Ross's for like $3.99, $4.99. He was sitting in a box, never been opened. So I had no problem destroying him. And we decided to work on him. We decided to work on this guy. And this is what we ended up with. First thing we did, this one took some work. This was the one that had the most mod. You know, the Nick Fury was just Kitbash. Batman was mods and Kitbashing. This one had a lot of mods compared, I had to do some paint, had to do some things. We had to sand off that tie that he was wearing. Kingpin wouldn't be wearing that. We painted his shirt black. His coat had to be white. And his pants had to be white. We got rid of his spats color. Mind you, I cannot paint. I am terrible at this. If you have any kind of painting skills, you could have done a way better job than me. But I had to go with what I got. And we just left his overcoat on. Even the overcoat is something I don't think the Kingpin would wear, but we had to go ahead and stick with it. But with the white coat and the white pants and the black shoes and the black shirt, I think we have a figure that we can work with. And that cane is unacceptable. We go ahead and grab him a better cane. This is the cane from I think my Toy Biz Kingpin. And then we take this guy. Tell me that's not an improvement. Tell me that's not a dramatic improvement over that original Kingpin. I'll wait for you to tell me it's not, because you're not. Now we have a Kingpin that's of a decent size for a Kingpin. Now we have a Kingpin that's significantly larger than Nick Fury of Secret Wars. Now we have a Kingpin. I'm just grabbing figures that I happen to have nearby. Now we have a Kingpin that's significantly larger than Shang-Chi comic book version. Now we have a Kingpin that is still slightly smaller than the Wrecker, but not that much smaller. The Wrecker would take orders from this guy. I still gotta put a ball peg in his neck so his neck won't fall off. But now we have a respectable Kingpin that I am proud to call the Kingpin. But don't worry, you might be saying, but Christopher, what about those other figures that you have left hanging around? Well, they'll always serve a use. This guy, for instance, now, yes, he has lost his coat, but if we take Nick Fury's old coat, give me a second. So we take Nick Fury's old coat and put it on him. He still has his shield badge on his sleeve. And, yeah, he still has an eye patch, but now he's a shield black guy. And if I was to take his head off, the problem being that he has a regular ball peg. I just don't have that many black heads I can put on him. But I think I can find one. And now we have a totally new figure here that we can use for this rather cheap, you know, poorly put together, bootleggish Nick Fury. You see, he doesn't look so bad. You know, we got a use for him. And you might be saying, but what about that Kingpin body, bro? What about that Kingpin body? So what are we doing with this Kingpin body? This old Kingpin body? Now we have classy Tony Stark, complete with an ascot. Actually, he looks kind of like a waiter with his bottle of wine. But now we have classy Tony Stark to go along with the rest of the figures. We found a use for it. Anyway, my friends, that is our video for today. Just wanted to show you some of the things we've been working on these last couple of weeks. Stay safe out there and keep having fun. Talk to you soon.